People of the internet, I need your help. What do I do here? G'day there, gang. Welcome to Chump the Chant. My name's Wales, but most people call me Wally. Today, we've got a special episode. As you can see from the intro, I'm after your advice. Doesn't matter if you're new around here or this is your first dip into the channel. I want to know what you think, and here's why I'm thinking it. So, I'm currently at broke as hell R.F.C.Seraing, even if that's how you say it, which is part of my problem, but I'll get to that later. And I've been offered the job down the road at Antwerp here with arguably would be a much bigger budget, a chance of making European competition, and basically increasing my reputation and chances of getting a job at a big club, perhaps back in the UK, or like I said before, even here in France, or even here, France or Holland. But here's the job from here. So why do I want to go to Antwerp? Well, let's see. At the moment here, we were promised, from memory, £45,000 in transfer budget. We are 44,000 over already. We've only got 35. So unless I've made some sort of grave mistake here, the club have changed what they can afford, and I'm already at my limit, and I'm nowhere near, or I'm over the limit, and I'm nowhere near finished building the squad. Now, I am trying to get rid of some people, but if I go to Antwerp, will I have to put up with this sort of stuff, or will I just be able to go and build myself a squad to be successful pretty much straight away? Secondly, Antwerp are already tipped to finish mid-table before I even touch the squad. I think with a team that's mid-table there, if I've got even a cent of transfer budget or can generate some, I can build a better team there and start pushing for some sort of Euro qualification straight off the bat here. As you can see, the team of the year here is absolutely dominated by Anderlecht and Bruges and Genk here. Between the three of them, they've got just about everything. Except Martinez, where's he from? We'll have a look at that later. So yeah, they're two good reasons to move. And other than the reason that they're a bigger reputation club and therefore my reputation will grow with them, why not move? Here's the why not move argument. I think I worked out what part of my problem with this club was. I had never really embraced the club. As the second I've got here, I've kind of seen these guys as a stepping stone up to something like the Anderlecht job, or a sidestep back to the UK, or just a way of increasing my reputation by taking these guys to promotion. I don't think I've ever really taken the club seriously. I mean, there's been no real Dirty Harry character. There's been no Jose Ferreira bombing down the flanks that we've got used to. I mean, we thought Loic Ricardo was going to be it, but he wasn't it. There's been no striker that's grabbed us like someone like Ewan Bang has and got on that scoring run to at least generate a bit of storyline for the club and something to hang our hat on. And then I thought to myself, I haven't really taken a look at the young players' individual training in this save. I've just been churning through, making content, getting to the next save point and moving on. And I've been doing it a bit on autopilot. And despite the budget restrictions, I've started to make some signings for us. I mean, Ricardo. We've got that young Brazilian midfielder, guys. I mean, who doesn't like a young Brazilian midfielder? Ricardo, look at him, 15 first touch. He's only got 11 passing, but he's got good flair. He's got great vision. He's actually got good work rate and teamwork as well. I think he's the ideal attacking midfielder, or sitting back playing as a deep lying playmaker. Deep lying? Sitting back as a deep lying playmaker as things move forward. Is this the loser's year with his 15 pace and his 11 crossing to finally make a bit of a difference down the side if we actually build a team around how I want to play instead of how we're dictated to playing by our budget, by playing this three at the back with the wing backs like we played in Wales? You know, do I finally get the chance to play Vermeulen as a Mazzala with Bowen? Or do I play Bowen next to Pidaloo? And is this Pidaloo's year to finally step out? You know, as you can see, he's with us for another 2 years now. I mean, he should be able to do it. The only thing he's lacking is a bit of flair. Should be a great deep line playmaker, though, just knocking those passes about. And we've also signed this guy, Van Roy. All right, his pace isn't good, but like, look, he's probably the best poacher we could have at the club. And that dawned on me. I'd played through the season review. I couldn't make a video about it. I'd finally delved into this team and started to dig away and find my little heroes and people that play really well. As much as I give him crap, Maxime Wackers, what a legend, you know? What a legend. All right, his rating wasn't too great last year, but just look at him since he's been here with us. 7, 6.9, 7, you know, up there or thereabouts in a team that's getting absolutely shellacked at the back constantly. Marusic, is he going to be all right here on his second year? Well, with 15 pace, 11 in the air, 14 jumping reach at 6'2". Yeah, he should be okay. Timothy Gouger, as much as I rattled him, another hero. But we're at the stage now of the club that I've put him down as my cup goalkeeper. He hasn't complained about that. And I've put him on the transfer list. He hasn't complained about that either. If I can get a couple $100K for Timothy Gouger, I'll be a very happy man. I'll have him off the wage list and I can get a young, cheaper backup keeper in, or I can go and nip someone off loan from somewhere and get away with that for free. So guess what I'm saying? The heroes and the fun side of the save I've lost are there with Seraing. I just hadn't been looking at it. This is where I want your input. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should continue building this team here at Seraing and, you know, give this final year of my contract one last red hot go and see if we can land that job back in the UK, or that proper top shelf job that we probably want to move to from here? For example, I applied for Club Bruges in the in-betweeny bits as well, and they knocked me back. So that's probably where the Antwerp manager's gone, is to Club Bruges, and I'm stepping into his shoes. So is that the career path we take? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm not saying that your comments are going to be the 100% the be-all and end-all of how I make my decision, but I'm really interested for you guys to have some input and to try and sway me one way or the other here. At the moment, I'm probably 60% going to Antwerp and 40% staying put. Let me know what you think, guys. I'm doing this because I've also watched my own content Barry for the last couple of weeks, and you can see that I wasn't enjoying playing with this team, and it was affecting the quality of content I was producing, in my opinion anyway. So this is why I want your input. I think if I play with Seraing now, I've found my groove, things will be a bit more like they were. I mean, like I said, we've got our Brazilian creative midfielder now. Everything's saved. We've got Andre Ricardo in the team. You know, will he finally be the link-up man that Caitlin needs? And will the new guy Van Roy score? Can we build that defence on and get rid of as many of these guys as we can? I mean, Sandro Bertolucci, I think you might be gone, son. 77 starts, only 21 goals. Yeah, I think I'm done with you, mate, for the money that you want. But we're trying to get rid of all sorts of boys here. So it will mean a big overhaul here. Or is it just a fresh start at Antwerp down the road? Look, just even base income, Antwerp are far better off than us. 4.5 million on the basic sponsorship come here. We're getting 925K. So what we're going to do in the meantime to speed things along a bit is I'm going to sit the interview and we will find out whether I get the job or not. Because what I've just said might all be irrelevant if I don't actually get the job. But we'll sit the interview, and then what we'll do is we'll do a quick update on where we've been, and we'll catch up on some of the old heroes of the save. All right, so here we go. All right, Gregory Cordia, thank you for taking the time to talk to us. We believe you could be the manager we want to take the club forward, but we'd like to ask a few questions first. Right, it's great to be here. Let's get started. You've only worked with a small selection of teams so far in your career. I've shown loyalty. I'm just going to with every club that I've managed, and I consider this a good thing. You agree your handling of the media has been mediocre at best. I haven't received any complaints regarding my dealings with the media. Our previous manager didn't enjoy the best of relationship with supporters. Are you confident of providing a different dynamic with them? Yeah. I like to forge a strong bond with the supporters. Okay, we will. Are you ready to get stuck in a club that has big financial problems? Oh, this could be it. This could be it. Do I want to step out of the frying pan into the fire here with a club that's going downhill? Oh, my giddy aunt. But is it as bad of financial problems as I'm in that Seraing? This puts the cat amongst the pigeons, gang. It really does. I'm going to go that I'm consider myself well versed in sensitive financial situations. I am. I've spent the last 4 years working on a shoestring. How would you about feeling with working as the director of football? I'm more than happy to work with him. I'm not going to be a douche about that. We understand the importance of having the right backroom team in place when a manager moves to the club. So we request any changes you would like to make to our current backroom team. What have we got here? So I hope to have a complete overhaul of the backroom team, so I'd need a sizable budget. I don't expect to make wholesale changes, so I probably only need a small budget. I'd like the budget to be in place for me to make a fair amount of changes before taking charge. I don't wish to propose any changes in advance, so no budget will be required. I think I'm going to go with this one. Rightio, here we go. Here's the nitty-gritties, gang. Here's the nitty-gritties. Play entertaining football, play direct football. Yep, I can do that. Rather than wage budget, yep. Some place to sell for a profit. Top half, make quarters. Top half. Okay, I'm just going to agree with that. I'm having second thoughts here. I might have already talked myself out of taking any advice in the comment section. So just hang on a sec here. Hang on a second. If I would expect you to achieve a top half finish. Yeah, I reckon we can do it. Actually, that's a fair target. I'm not going to transfer budget of 206k. That'll do. They're probably 77,000. Right. So, all right, it's far better. But what are they already spending though? What are they already spending? That is what I'd like to know. If they're not winning most of their games of football with 77k, they're whoever's been here has been doing something wrong. I'm just going to agree with that. No, I'm not going to make any demands. I'm good, thanks. That should do for now. Thank you for allowing us to interview you. You'll be notified of our decision in due course. Rightio. I think that was pretty positive. So what we're going to do now is go and stalk our old club, Kefin Druids, and find out what they've been up to. So here we are, guys. Here's Kefin Druids, the place where it all started at the start of the save. This is where we left Druids here. So we finished first. We did the treble in that season there, and then they slipped down to third, down as far as fourth, and then third against last season. So they're still there or thereabouts, league finish-wise. Let's have a look at the players. Let's see who's here. So Edgihiro is still here in the goals for them. Good stuff. He has now made 175 appearances for Druids. So he's doing well there. A lot of new names here, really, isn't there? Let's have a look. Oh, Jesus. A lot of new names. Emmanuel Adebayi, he's still here. He has now only made 17 appearances, Emmanuel Adebayi. Rotting away on an amateur contract on the bench there. He really is. He probably deserves a little better than that, does Adebayi. But most of my boys have gone. That is, it is nearly 5 years on now, but most of our boys here gone. Well, let's go to transfer history here. Let's go to last season here. Let's see who of our guys went out. So Dan Lavercombe's gone to Crew on a free. Who else here is one of ours? George Hunt's gone to Solihull Moors. So that's probably not a bad move for him, actually. Where are they playing? They're still in the Vanarama, Solihull Moors? Where are they? They're in the Vanarama North. Oh, probably a bit of a sideways move, really. I was hoping they would have done better. Anyone else here? Ben Clark's gone to Maidenhead. He went on loans, obviously signed somewhere else now. Where is he? He's out of contract, Ben Clark. 104 appearances for the club at the end of the day. Anyone else here that we signed? No, not really. Let's go back another year. See, Ben Clark spent most of his, and George Hunt spent most of the time out on loan. Ewan Bang has gone to Weldstone. As you know, we nearly brought him in where we were. Who am I missing here? Benny Ashley Seal, there's one. So he's gone to Weymouth, Benny Ashley Seal, and to be fair, he must have gone on loan. All right, again, he's out of contract as well. Wow. So ended up scoring 22 goals and 45 appearances for Kefin Druids, and they didn't re-sign him. What the hell was going on there without me there? Levi Sutton's retired because you can see his little thingo's gone there. Jakey Lever moved on, and it's sad to see the old team pulled apart there, really, but I know there's someone that we need to check up on here. George Dirty Harry was born in Birkenhead on the 2nd of January, 1999. Unfortunately, he's retired. So retired as a player at 28. The poor bugger obviously couldn't find a club and said that was enough of it. Ended up making 116 appearances for the Druids and scored 49 goals. It was the first legend to save. See, we haven't had a legend like that at Seraing, and I think that's part of the issue. I mean, and again, it's part of, like I said, it's my issue for not bonding with the club properly and putting in that graft, I guess, to make a better job of what I've done there. And instead of whinging about the transfer budget, just getting on with the job and enjoying that side of the game. I literally disappeared into the game for 2 or 3 hours, just looking at transfers and that sort of stuff. And yeah, and just completely play past the point where I could go back and make an end of season video. It was just a bit sad, really. Well, it wasn't a bit sad. It was good. I finally bonded with the team. Unfortunately, I bonded with it as the time I've got this job interview. But like I said, working with another cash-strapped team, do I really want to do it? I think that's just what life in Belgium here is about. Right, as you can see here, I'm still favoured personnel here at Druids. Ejahiri, George Harry, and Big Jackie Lever are as well. As you see, there's a fair few of our boys still kicking about in the best 11. Ben Clark here. Newton, West Newton these days, again, without a club, inexplicably. I thought he was quite a good player, Newton. He went on to make 7 appearances for Pennybont and then 37 for Whitby, but he's done nothing since then. We've already seen Ben Clark. He doesn't have a club. TJ Bramble, one of our last signings. He is playing for Antigua and Barbuda at the moment. Good on him. Ended up making 107 appearances, scoring 13 goals for the Druids. Considering it was my last signing, I thought he was pretty good. We rarely got to see him play. What's Benny Burrows doing? He's down the road at Aberystwyth. Yet to make any appearances for him. No, made 6 appearances for them last year. Ended up making 122 for Druids. Big Jackie Lever, retired as a player. He's a chief scout now at Braintree. He's an alright scout. Perhaps we can hook up with him later in the save as a staff member. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Let's shortlist him as a staff member then, if we're going to do that. And let's just make sure we know what's going on with him. Jackie Barrett over here now playing for Carnarvon. Ended up making 125 appearances for Druids, scoring 8 goals. He's now 77 games into his Carnarvon career. I think we sold him off there. One of the last things we did, wasn't it? No, I think we still had him on the list. We were thinking about it. 77 appearances for Carnarvon now and scoring the single goal. We already know Dirty Harry's gone. Have a quick look at Ewan Bang. Ewan Bang ended up scoring 32 goals in 90 appearances for us. Is without a club, Ewan Bang. Oh, no, don't start me, game. Don't start me. I don't need another striker, especially a slow guy like Ewan Bang. Or do we? Or do we? Or do we go to Antwerp and bring Ewan Bang in? Ah, dearie me. Football manager, you keep throwing them at me. And we'll just quickly run through a few of the other guys here. Kane Lewis now at Swansea Uni, one of the smallest clubs in the league. Made 74 appearances for them, scoring 8 goals. Good on you, fella. Well done. Started declining well before his years, that guy. I don't know where this guy Joe Wesley's come from. He must be the new man about town up front. Yeah, he is. 77 goals from 23 appearances. He's the new big boy up front there for them. Jake Kiersley, he's at Carmarthen. Ended up making 114 appearances, scoring 5 goals to the captain. Never really took advantage of his long shots, did Jake Kiersley, and that always worried me. We know how good George Hunt was when he was on his day, but when he wasn't, he was pretty crap, but ended up making 135 appearances for us. Cody Roberto's retired, but still on the bench at the best 11, and rightly so as well. And Bradley Lethbridge, one of the other guys. Yeah, there's again, inexplicably, after, I suppose it was a reasonably injury-marred run with Druids, wasn't it? But we had him scoring up front and playing nicely. But there we go, guys. That's a bit of an update on the Druids. They haven't really gone on to bigger and better things since we left them, but they haven't really fallen that far behind the mark either. So I'd like to think those couple of years of European I don't think those couple of years of European funding we secured the club with contributed to ongoing good results, and we've left a positive stamp on that club there. Well, never mind. We didn't get the job. So I think that crystallises things for me. We're at Seraing for this 12 months, but we're going to give this 12 months its everything. Unless we get offered a really good job, and then we'll go to the interviews, of course. But like I said, I was 60-40, probably closer to 50-50 if I'm honest with myself about it. But yes, I've been rushing through it to make content rather than actually settling down and getting to know the team and enjoying the team and creating a story and a niche for myself at this club, which I don't think I have yet. And I think it's come through in the results. So if one good thing has come from all this, I've rediscovered that one of the things I enjoy in Football Manager is getting deep into the nitty-gritty and looking deep to do recruiting and developing players and that sort of thing. And coming here, having never done a journeyman save before and just treating these guys like a bit of a stepping stone, like I said before, hasn't worked. So let's not do that and let's see where we go. And we'll see you at the end of the transfer window, and we'll let you know what we've managed to wrangle out of this absolute mess of a financial situation we're in. Right, so that was one of the most frustrating transfer windows ever. We're attracting the right players, but we just can't afford them. People want 4K a week. I don't have that in the budget. I've got 2K spare on the transfer budget because I have sold these guys on. Lucas Ness, he's off back to the UK. He's off with Rotherham. I got 28K for him, signed him on a free. Sandro Damashko also coming on a free, got 63K for him. Off to Jan Rensberg. And Damien Timmerman is off to AFC. Again, free transfer, got 15K for him. So, reasonably happy with removing those guys from the list. The only problem is I've only gone and got these guys and haven't been able to get anyone else. So, Stephen Williams, who I mentioned before, 3.5 star or 2.5 star central defender, potentially 5-star potential. You get what I'm talking about. So he comes in. He's probably going to have to do a lot of work. I mean, his tackling's good. His marking's good. His mentals are okay. Can't head a ball for toffee despite being 190 centimetres tall and having a jumping reach of 16. So hopefully he can just contest and do that. Jan van Rooij has been probably a mainstay in the preseason matches. You know, a lot of match time, not a lot of goals there. So we are hoping for a bit more from him. He'll either play as a target forward, replacing the aging and tiring Arai, or coming on late for him, or as an out-and-out striker up front by himself. Click the right buttons here, Wally. And personally, my favourite signing so far, Andre Ricardo, Brazilian attacking midfielder. Will be playing as an Unganch in behind the front two. He's got passing of 11, technique of 13, flair of 13, and vision of 15, so he can see the ball. He's got the flair and technique to find the pass. Let's just hope he can keep doing it. He's tries to play his way out of trouble as well, which is okay, considering he's got the flair, the decisions, and the composure to probably deal with it. Great first touch and dribbling as well. Like what I saw of him pre-season. We're a defender short, we're a left back short, we're a central midfielder short. We are trying to stop that up with loans at the moment. As you can see, we're trying to get this guy in, Ricardo Santos, in on loan from Estoril. Will be great cover at back for us. Only 182 centimetres tall. We've got jumping reach of 13 and heading at 12. And reasonably good mentals for the job he's doing there. A great work rate. And, you know, not going to get pushed off the ball. Would come in as our best defender. So he's coming in there. I think that'll do it there. I would also like a left back, if I'm quite honest with you. We did have another Brazilian guy in on loan, but he wanted way too much wage-wise for what he was worth, which leaves us with our first match against Anderlecht, which is going to be a sellout. With this as the starting lineup, we have Piccone in goal. The back five is Loic Rater, Marusic, Wackers, and Gautier. In fact, I should just... He's up for a rename, guys. Someone give me a name for him. He's come through the youth system. Give him a name. That's the sort of thing that keeps me interested in this save, having guys to name. So he comes in as an okay wide centre back, which is what he plays at. He's all right in the air. He's 181 centimetres tall, but he's reasonably quick, which is what I think is going to be the difference this season. is having Marusic committed to playing there as a defender and Gautier both quick, giving Wacker some support. So if we can get that other fella in on loan and let Williams come in and do the bit part playing stuff there, we will be good. Mariotti and Pidaloo get the start in the middle. Mariotti comes in from an impressive loan spell last season where he did really, really well. He averaged in the sevens, I think. 7.36 for the club he went for. 11 goals, 7 assists, 11 goals padded by the fact he was their penalty taker. But Mariotti should be good value in any of the three midfield spots there. Andre Ricardo as the enganche, and Ruben Logs, who I'm trying to sell because I found better and probably cheaper guys on the transfer list. And Nicholas Arai up front. Who we are missing is Sandro Bertolucci, who chose to leave the club. Timo Zal, who I had to make a decision and cut him. Bram Legay also gone. It is what it is. I had to make some room on the not on the budget, in the budget, and this is just how it is. Right, let's get into the one match of the season, and with the other thing that I wanted to talk to you fellas about. Let's go out there and try and do the best we can early season here. Hopefully we can get a couple of those loan signings I'm talking about and ideally come away with a positive start to the season here. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was the format of the series. I've been tossing up the idea of doing one game and just focusing on the important games, perhaps for a season or two, and see how that goes. So I would look at bringing 5 episodes a fortnight then, rather than the 3, or a week rather than the 3, and just hopefully get through the same amount of contact, but with like a little bit of shorter form content. Like keep the episodes down to 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes rather than the half an hour they sometimes get out to now, and see how that goes. More regular but shorter episodes. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Seriously having a think about it. Right, I need to change one thing here. So I'm pretty sure I'm on extended highlights. Yes, I am. Let's move back to key highlights. So I really had a deep dive into this in the last few days, and that's why this episode is really disjointed, and B, why the save itself perhaps been a bit lackluster. Oh, Marusic on the back stick. Can't quite get there. There, R.F.C.Seraing is a very good player. I've been not been stale with the content, so to speak, but like I said, I was rushing through it. I wasn't taking time to stop and smell the roses and get to know some of these players. Not giving players time to gel, and like not giving them a second season after a season that showed a bit of promise perhaps, but didn't show the results that I wanted. Oh, we're closing down well here. Let's just hope we can... Oh, there's little Mariotti out there. Let's hope we can win the ball back here, so that'd be nice. Looking good in defence. So I'm thinking perhaps we can re-energise it with just the one-game episodes, and that's a terrible goal. The referee's going to go up and ask the very accurate referee here, but I'm going to go with that. It was on. Piccone is pleading with him. Yeah, it's on. I thought it was. Piccone absolutely pleading with the referee there, but that's just poor. Right, we're going to go positive here. It's usually the only real difference is we're playing slightly more direct football. We're going to go a little bit more expressive now. And passing the space. I think that just works a bit better, even with this lineup that aren't that quick. And we are pushing a bit further up the pitch these days. However, let's hope we can win the goal back here with a little sneaky ball through the middle or over the top here. I mean, we're still not pushing right up on these guys, as you can see, but we are engaging a lot higher than we used to and trying to force the odd turnover from the opposition when we don't have the ball. Right, Vingard to Latomba. They're just knocking the ball around here for fun. This Anderlecht side. So I think I've got another rival as well now. I mean, the guy that got the job at oh no, ooh, that's lucky. The guy that got the job at Antwerp. He was the Lorcan Temez manager. So he's another one that's come up from the division below. There's the three of us now in this division that have steered aside through here. And I'm the only one that hasn't got myself a better job yet. So that's not a good ball, Maxime Whackers. And I've got injuries on the pitch already. Do I, or is it their player that was injured? I'll have to have a look. I think... I thought Logs was injured. It's not. It's just Latomba's. Latomba's injury, which is apparently not hampering him overly. And it's an easy goal for them. I mean, really, guys, we've been really quiet. Taken advantage of here down this flank. I mean, Logs is there. Ricardo was there on his man. And, yeah, that's Marisic there, not marking the run of Beto. And we are 2-0 down here at half-time. I think it's going to be a long season, guys. I think it's going to be a very long season. Just lacking the ability to bring in the quality players that we need to really get this save moving. And Sheeran puts the ball into Vandenberg. And unfortunately for them, unfortunately for us, he can't really control that header properly. So I do promise, though, this season, if we start with Seraing, to give it 100%. We're not going well here. We're actually going to demand more from the boys here. We do want a little bit of oomph, please, gentlemen. I think I have to make some substitutions now. There's some absolute passengers out there. Carmani Van Gonta being one of them. Deleuze comes on for him. Loic Ratera, another one. So I didn't want to play Marisic there, but straight out there he goes. And Stefan Willems finds himself out where I really didn't want him to be early in the piece. Deary me. Deary me. Was Andre Ricardo not playing well? I think it's a Rye not playing well. Wow. It's just... Who do I change? Who do I change? I mean, we know Nicholas Arai's going to get tired. So I think it's Arai comes off for... I'm going to say Jan Van Rooy. Because we've had to make so many changes I really didn't want to make. Trust you to make all the difference, boys. And again, we've shown none of that poor defensive form at all in the preseason matches. I mean, we played a pretty much full strength Mets team. We beat them. We beat a very, very strong Schalke side. And we just have not looked this bad. However, we have had a few of those lone boys in there in the defence there helping things out. And that one's miles offside, fortunately. But I would like to see us do something with this, right? Whackers should be looking for any number of guys that can make play out there that are better than him, right? It's a good ball from, not a good ball from Deleuze. I thought that was a good ball from Deleuze, but it wasn't. It was just another loose ball from my team. Right, from Balvamos finds Van Dam, who always comes up on the players to watch reports. Does Van Dam across to Vandenberg. Latomba has been a source of problems. In fact, this whole left side's been a source of problems for us. Marisic being a little bit more defensively honest there. No, that's Willems. There's no one there. There was just no one there. It's offside again, but there was absolutely no one home. Where is Maxime Whackers in that situation, and why isn't he there covering? All right, Baconi comes out the back. Looking for Van den Rooij, doing the right thing there, I guess. He's a big lump, Van den Rooij. Right, come on, boys. A consolation goal here would be good. Oh, dear. And Gautier gets himself red carded. Well, dearie me. Dearie me. Not a good start to the season here. Not a good start to the season at all. The young fellow who I'd pinned a fair bit of hopes on just to go out there and do a job just does the complete opposite of Murderso on there. Maxine Wackers caught for pace there. Perhaps I can't push up the pitch at all. I say I'll push up the pitch and you don't get pushed on as much. And yeah, then this happens. They're both the defensive midfielder and the defender missed the run and just leave poor Piccone there with absolutely nothing to do on his line there, but watch the ball sail past him and go into the goal. Right, this is another goal. I've seen enough football managers to know that this is another goal. We are in with a lot of work to do here, boys and girls. We are in a lot of work to do. A 4-0 loss. We weren't humiliated like this last season, and we've been absolutely humiliated this game. Absolutely humiliated. Right, Marusic brings the ball out. Finds Lorgs. Finds Van Roy. No. There is no whistle there for us. I mean, pre-season, our pressing looked so good. We were chopping out a lot of these passes and in the right spot to stop that sort of play. Oh, now Williams has got himself sent off as well. What has gone on here? It is panic stations here now at R.F.C.Seraing because we are out of players. We are out of players big time. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What are we going to do here? What are we going to do? It's the second season curse in after promotion. Nearly always happens. I didn't want it to happen. I even wanted to leave the club because I thought it might happen, but it's happening now, and now I'm here, and Wackers cuts that one out at least, and now we are in some deep shit, gang. We're in some deep shit. Lorgs goes here, like Andre Ricardo puts Lorgs through, and Lorgs. It's way on the transfer list, son. Come on, one goal at least. Right, Wackers with the corner. Finds Marusic. Marusic with a bullet header, but Von Bolmus gathers up the ball easily. And this has been key highlights. Has this been painful? This has been painful, guys. Van Dam goes long. That'll be cleared up by Deleuze. So many of my plans from pre-season just shattered. I mean, we found a great defender who is better than everyone on the team. He wanted 4K a week by the time he took his bonuses into account. We found a great midfielder. He wanted 3.5K a week. We just can't afford that. It would have been nice if the board told me that they were going to reduce it from 45K to 35K, because I perhaps wouldn't have signed a few of the youngsters that I did. That's my own silly fault, but we're a very, very, very sorry side here. I mean, a couple of the guys here are padding their stats by getting some late headers and stuff in, but really, I agree. There's been one good guy out there, and that has been Piccone. He's been the pick of the players, and we're just a poor side, and we really, really need to make the most of transfers and deadline day coming up. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me, we need that lad in on loan. I'm going to point the finger because I'm not happy with that. That was pretty poor, boys. That was pretty poor. I'm going to send the assistant to that. So when are we coming back to you? I think we're going to come back to you for deadline day, and we're going to do a bit of a deadline day special. So where are we looking here for that? How many games do we have left? We're going to go look at the schedule. I think we end around here somewhere. So we're probably going to have a couple more games. We got Tom the Cock, Circle Bruges. So perhaps we do Circle Bruges and then the transfer window. I think that's how things are going to play out. I know it's 2 games early in the season, but we might try this new 1 game lark and sort of finish off the transfer window and do Circle Bruges. I think that's the plan. Well, I know that was a disjointed up and down all over the place. Here we go. Need your help. No, I don't. Really strange episode, guys. I'll try my do the best to make some sense of it in the edit. So I mean it, guys. Let me know in the comments So let me know in the comments, guys. Do we want to go to a 1-game format, or do you want to keep going with this 2 games an episode? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. My name's Wayland. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.